What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers Podcast, episode 168. Let's go. We are back with a pretty good preview for this one. We got UFC London. We got 172, Takeru versus Rodtang. We're finally here. Let's go. So excited for so many goddamn fights between these cards. But before we get into all that, like and subscribe. If you enjoy everything we're doing, let's go. Normally, we're always talking about ONE or PFL or something before UFC because they usually have their events before them. But motherfucking ONE Championship, they did us dirty.
1 a.m. Sunday morning.
It's gotta get it. Yeah, it's because they're doing it in Japan, right?
Yeah.
That's so I get it. It's obviously you gotta do that, but
at least according to Topology, they're doing it on YouTube. So
I don't know. I could have sworn that it was a pay-per-view for ONE, but who knows? We'll see how that plays out. But for this one, we're going to go into UFC first, since it is the one happening first this weekend. UFC London was originally supposed to be headlined by Leon Rocky Edwards versus Jack Della Maddalena. They ended up pulling old Jackie Boy so he could fight for the title against Bilal Muhammad in May. In steps in Ginger's boy, Philadelphia boy, go Birds, right? Let's go, Sean Brady. Go check out the Brady Bags podcast, right? Him and Joe Piper. Hey, I like the name. They did good. I'm sure I'm sure Sean Brady and Joe Piper got a lot of good things to say together, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm sure just two people talking like Eddie Alvarez. It's gonna be incredible.
I should probably actually check out at least one episode.
I've never
not watched it once.
I'll be honest, I've never had any interest in watching it, but who knows? Maybe somebody out there listening to this wants to go watch it. You know, I don't know.
It's so true.
To be fair, I have not watched a lot of fighter podcasts.
Hey, go watch Mike Arnold's podcast. Show me the money. It's pretty good, I'll tell you. But let's go. UFC London main event. Leon Edwards, Sean Brady. First thing, I guess, with this fight, how do you guys feel about this matchup compared to the original matchup of Leon Edwards versus Jack Della Maddalena?
It's obviously very different.
Oh, yeah.
It couldn't be more different, honestly.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's like, do you like it more? Are you more excited for it? Like, you know, just overall, like, because
honestly, I'm not. I was excited for the Leon and Jack fight. I really thought that it would just be a good fight and just like a good fight for Jack before going into Bilal. He's been off for a little bit, so I just, I kind of liked it for him. So whatever, it's not the fight anymore, so it doesn't matter. But here we are with Sean. I still like the fight. I'm not really sure how this goes for Sean. I'm curious if he can get the grappling going against Leon, you know?
Yeah.
No, yeah, and I think he can. I think the biggest thing is with this stylistically, obviously, like two very different fights. With like Jack Della Maddalena being inside boxer, trying to get into range, box you up in the clinch, all that stuff. But Sean Brady is pressure forward, trying to get that pressure so he can shoot in on takedowns, get you down, all that. Which is why I think this is stylistically, these are both kind of bad matchups for Leon. Someone who's a counter striker who likes to sit on the back foot, kind of like lull you in and bring you in with his striking. When you got someone who's trying to get all the way in on you, it's harder to get that game going, which is why I do think this actually is a good matchup somewhat for Sean Brady if he can get the takedowns going. Because if he can get the takedowns going, then it's going to be Brady for most of the fight, I feel like. It just all depends on if he can get those takedowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the thing that, with Leon is that you just got to keep the pressure on him.
Yes.
Because it's so crazy looking at some people's records and it's like, oh, they get taken down in all of their fights. But then you look at it and it's like he got taken down 5 times by Usman. And it was 5 out of 12 times. You know what I mean? Getting taken down 2 times by Colby 2 out of 10 times. And it's just like, he's getting taken down, but they are like pushing for that takedown. And I wonder if Sean is just, going to recognize that and have that same pressure of like, no, just got to repeat it. Because that's, Leon won all of those fights up until the Bilal fight, obviously, So can Brady keep up that same pressure to really throw him off and really keep him down? And I don't know.
No, yeah. And the thing is, I will say this, because, like, yes, like, all of them were taking him down, all that. Yeah, not at the highest clip, but, like, doing pretty decently for some of them not so much. But, like, Sean Brady is a higher submission threat than all of those guys almost put together.
Yes.
Really, because, like,
100%.
So that is the biggest thing is Leon, if he does go down, he cannot make a mistake on the ground, because that can cost him the fight in this one.
Yeah, and because that's where I kind of struggle with this one of how it's going to exactly play out, because like you said, Leon did very good with all of them up until the Bilal one, because Bilal has the best style of the combination pressure of striking and grappling, the overall technique between all like both of them to just keep it like completely on Leon, not like make big mistakes anywhere, and to be able to get it all done. Where you know, Usman just obviously starting to get older, doesn't have the same kind of pressure, but has like the kind of technique with the grappling. You know what I mean? He'll shoot on a lot of takedowns, but it's not the same kind of forward pressure. Colby has all of that forward pressure, has like a lot of the striking, doesn't have the same physicality though at all. You know what I mean? So it's like just obviously the easier wins for Leon in those ones. With Brady, he is going to put the pressure forward. He is going to, like, you know, go for the takedowns. But his chain wrestling, I don't think, is nearly as good as even like Kamaru or Colby or Bilal. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the physicality is going to be so much higher than any of the other guys. So that's where I really just wonder of like, okay, Bilal going out there and like literally picking Leon up and fucking dumping him on his head. You know what I mean? It's like, like you said, Ginger, if Sean Brady gets him down at any point in this fight, I feel like even if he's down 3 rounds, he takes him down, gets his back easily in like live to get a sub right away. You know what I mean? So it's like Leon again, like has to play it perfect for the entire fight unless he's able to get a knockout or something, which I know Leon isn't like some big hitter or anything like that, but he's a very sharp striker. He's still only 33 years old. He's still right there in his prime. I really feel like, especially being in London, hometown, losing that fight to Bilal like he did, he's going to have some real extra fire to like work back towards the title. I really wouldn't be surprised if Leon ended up going out there and knocking out Sean Brady, because I don't think he can hang on the feet at all. But if Leon is able to stuff the takedowns and not just get held up along the cage, this is, I feel like, is his fight all day. And I'm definitely leaning towards that. And definitely leaning towards him probably getting a finish at some point across 25 minutes.
No, I understand that. It makes sense. I understand where you're coming from with it. It just is all good. It is very contingent on the physicality and if Brady can actually get him down. Yeah. That is where this all hinges on who's going to win.
Yeah. And because like you said, it's especially with all the grapplers that Leon has fought recently. He's
literally his last 4 fights have been Usman twice, Colby, and Bilal.
Yeah.
Like
and all grapplers.
And like you said, with Sean Brady having that like extra submission threat, he's easily the best like actual like jiu-jitsu guy in there compared to all of them. So it's also one of those things where I wonder if Leon, like, he does get taken down, and like because of just all of his fights that he's been having recently, it's like, okay, I give my back for that half second or whatever so I can build the base, get up to my feet, you know? And if Sean Brady, he's going to hop right on that. And and it's like, it's a real interesting fight. Because the Jack fight was good, you know, and it was going to be fun, but I'm way more interested in like just the clash of styles because it's just so opposite from each other.
No, yeah, I'm definitely, like you said, just curious in how it plays out, because if Sean can get it going, like a submission is so fucking live for him.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, if Leon can defend, like, it's just, how does this shit go?
No, exactly. That is the thing, like the Justin Gaethje give up your back to build that base, all of a sudden Khabib's on your back going for a sub. That easily could happen in this fight, like where he just jumps the back, is able to get something, or like, you know, maybe gets too high a little bit, but even then, like, all of a sudden the triangle's right there, the armbar's right there,
for sure. For Sean Brady, from just having that loss to Bilal Muhammad, which just everyone's going to hold against him for so long, which, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things. Bilal literally became the champ. So it's just like, it's your one loss on your record is to the current champion. It's like, wow, it's so terrible. You know what I
mean? Because of how.
Yeah, I get it, but it's still just one of those things. But a 2-fight winning streak since then, if he's able to go out there and get a win over Leon Edwards, especially by finish, just a former champ on the resume, easily the biggest win for him. Just that catapults him right into the title picture, and it really gets him into a mix and just a much better spot than currently where he's like just been pushing towards.
No, yeah, 100%, because literally he's beating the number one guy right now. Person ranked number one. Obviously, Shavkat's further ahead in terms of like getting a title shot than he is, than Leon is. But it does put him into the mix.
Exactly, because just the win over Kelvin Gastelum and a win over Gilbert. It's like Kelvin one really wasn't great because he looked terrible coming back down to 170 pounds, and with the Gilbert one, that was just definitely a very off performance from Gilbert. So it's like just see how he does against just the highest level of competition and a still in prime fighter in Leon Edwards. And Leon really needs this for himself too, because nobody wanted to see him in the title fight or anything like that. He ended up like getting the win, goes on like the couple title defenses, just kind of getting that respect. And then as soon as he lost to Bilal, it just all went away instantaneously, which it's just like, that's kind of what happens to champions that people don't want to see before then, but now you're on the top, so people are kind of dick riding a little bit, but then you lose, so it's like, oh yeah, you were never that good. So
exactly.
If he goes out there and drops 2 in a row to Bilal and Sean Brady, people are gonna be fucking shitting on him until he ends up retiring. It's gonna be rough for sure.
Especially considering like after that, like the Shark Tank he's looking at, Ian Garrett potentially fights with Buckley, Gary, Michael Morales, Carlos Prates. Like those are the fighters we're going to be looking at. Like, who is he going to be fighting next? And that is, talk about like looking down the barrel of the fucking gun on that. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah,
2-fight skid and you have to fight one of these killers.
It's like, it's one of those things where honestly, like I don't obviously know exactly where Leon's at and everything like that. And all that, but if he took like a real rough loss to Sean Brady here, I kind of wouldn't be too surprised if he was just like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like he knows the UFC doesn't give a fuck about him. He's only just gonna be set. But I mean, honestly, he has gotten a lot more respect from the UFC now. Like honestly, just throughout his title reign, especially with UFC 300, because they were fucking scrambling their fucking ass off trying to do something, giving him all different opponents. He said yes to everyone, and so. But I don't know. It's just like, with all those potential fights in front of him, it's like you're probably going to have to go through 2 or 3 of them to get your like an opportunity at the title again. Won't be till you're like 35 or something. It's like, I just wonder what he's going to end up wanting to do.
No, 100%.
Let's go. See how that plays out. Great fight at 170 pounds. Welterweight is absolutely incredible right now.
Oh, yeah.
Going on down to the co-main event. My boy, Polish Power, he is finally back after a real long layoff. It is so crazy, all of the things that have happened in the 205-pound division since the last time he fought. Welcoming Poatan to the division. Fucking, what was that, June of 23, I believe?
July of 23.
July 23. Poatan, his crazy title run and everything, and has now lost the belt, and Polish Power, Jan Blachowicz, finally back, taking on up-and-coming, surging Carlos Ulberg. Second time he's fighting a fighter out of CKB. Didn't mention it in the first one, but Sean Brady is on Ginger's draft, one of his fighters, and Carlos Ulberg, another fighter on his draft. So there could be some biased opinions going on around here.
Just
not necessarily saying by who or by why or anything, but just point it out. Jan Blachowicz is going to go out there and smash Carlos Ulberg into the fucking ground.
Jesus Christ.
It's a hard one. Jan, 43 years old, man. Or 42 still, or just turned 42. He's been out for just a long time. Who knows what he's going to be looking like?
Yeah.
But he has just fought so many better fighters than Carlos Ulberg, has just performed much better against better fighters. If Jan is anywhere near close to what he was fighting at before, I really feel like this is his fight for just in the bag.
Yeah, because it's like Ulberg looked solid against Volkan. That was a good fight for him, for sure.
It really was.
Because we were saying it up until that point where it's like, bro, like you're getting good finishes, but over who though, And then the Alonso one was just
that was
we talked about it too much.
Legendary.
Yeah. So the Volkan one was really like, okay, this is solid as fuck. But I don't know if it depends on how Jan shows up.
Yeah.
For sure. Because if he shows up just still looking like him and just still looking good, I don't think that's enough for him. He really needs to put together a game plan to beat him,
Yes.
Yeah. It only been finished one time by KOTKO in the UFC, and that was by Thiago Santos back in 2019. I just don't think that Carlo, he obviously has good power, but I don't think that, it's enough that he could go out there and just blast Jan out of there. It's like even Peloton didn't land the good enough shots to get him out. Jan just has too many tools to mix it up against Ulberg that he hasn't seen in there before. He's not the greatest grappler, but he can easily go to it against someone that doesn't really have the best takedown defense or something. The leg kicks can be a problem. He's real tricky with the timing and just distance. Man, I really do think that this is Jan's fight, but if Carlos goes out there and gets it done, if he goes out there and especially if he finishes Jan Blachowicz, there's no way he doesn't fight for the title after they do the rematch between Ankalaev and Poatan, that has to be.
You have to. You have to go to that.
Great win, great way, and a new matchup.
Yeah.
And a new like at that. Because it's obviously with Magomed, if he were to retain it at that point, it's there are multiple fresh matchups there, but new contender in the game.
New contender who's on a run as opposed to Yuri who has one win.
Yeah.
Khalil would have just come off if he beats Jamal Hill, for example, he'd be coming off one win after his title shot. So it's those two kind of need to get at least one more fight after that each, I would say.
Yeah.
So.
But I just don't know if Ulberg's going to be able to finish him.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish Jan, but I think he can win a decision over Jan. I think that team is smart enough. I think Ulberg has enough tools to be able to win that fight over 3. If this is over 5, I'd have a lot more reservations because he hasn't gone 5 rounds. But over 3, he has. He's looked pretty good. So I think there is a chance. I think he can win this by decision.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. It's he does have really good kickboxing. He is going to be faster than Jan in there for sure, so that could potentially give him problems. But I'm really interested to see if Jan just goes to the grappling to mix it up on him, which I really feel like he's gonna, and just see how he's able to respond to that.
No, and Ulberg hasn't gone against his greatest grapplers at the moment, but his takedown defense right now is 85%. So
it's it's one of those things at 205. It's hard to kind of get your grappling tested in a lot of fights. You know what I mean?
And it's also sometimes hard to gauge on how good someone's takedown, how good their grappling actually is and all that. Because it's also Jan took down Izzy, but Izzy also came in undersized. He did not actually try to make 205. He came in at 200 pounds. He probably fought at 205, and Jan was 220, 225.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. But great fight at 205 pounds. See how that plays out, and it can definitely shake up the top of the division for sure. Let's go. Going on down to the featured bout. Just a classic Kevin Holland fight where you're just this matchup?
Really?
This is what happens. If you want to fight 7 times in 1 year, you just yeah, sure. Yep, I'll fight.
Exactly.
Give me a returning Gunnar Nelson.
Let's go. Trailblazer is back. Like you said, Gunnar Nelson. Was it 2 years about that he's been out?
Yep.
What? 1 year, 11 months. Oh well, it'll be over 2 years by the time they fight.
Okay, yeah. Because I thought it was March of
March 18th.
Yeah, March 18th. So 4 days. Yeah, 3. No, yeah, 4.
Yeah.
It'll be 2 years, 4 days.
Yeah. So Gunnar, he's just long-time vet, but 2-year layoff at this point in his career. Kevin, who's just consistently in there time and time and time again. Looking at it, like, this is in August will be 7 years to the day that Kevin Holland has been in the UFC, and after this fight, this will be his 25th UFC fight. On average, at this point, he might be at like 14 or 15 fights. And it's just incredible that after this one, he's only 7 away from tying Diego Sanchez for number 10 all-time UFC fights in history.
Yeah,
absolutely incredible. Crazy. So Kevin Holland probably just goes out there and just runs through Gunnar.
I will say
Gunnar just goes out there and grabs a takedown and subs him. I don't fucking know, man. Who can predict a Kevin Holland fight?
I will say this. Kevin Holland has not lost 2 in a row in the UFC. Has not lost more than 2 in a row in the UFC. Each time he's got 2-fight losing streak, he wins the next one. Except for the no contest, but that's no contest. Due to a head clash.
Yeah. So. It's really funny because just being like, who can predict a Kevin Holland fight? I forgot that every single Tapology pick that I put in for Kevin Holland, I've gotten every single one correct.
That's
I've always
insane.
guessed when I've gone since Holland versus Ponzinibbio. Every time he's won and lost, I've gotten it right.
That is insane.
7 fights. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. So I guess we'll see what I decide to do in Tapology. It's one of those, I don't fucking know, man.
It is a hard fight.
It's like Gunner's solid, but like you said, just coming back after 2 years, Kevin has been in there, and it's like he's so much bigger than him. I just feel like he should be able to win.
What is it?
Should
9-inch reach advantage? Like, yeah, 9-inch reach advantage.
4 inches taller. Like
4 years younger. Is active.
Yeah.
But it's also Kevin Holland.
It's like he's only been finished one time in his career, and that was by Ponzi back in 2017 when that was prime Ponzi shit.
Right.
Oh, fuck, right, man, I don't know. Bro, Gunnar might go out here and sub him.
He might.
I
don't. Oh my god, this is rough. Yeah, wild shit is gonna happen for sure in this one, but it should be a whole lot of fun. No doubt about that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because it's like Gunnar obviously going to go to the grappling against him, but it's like he's not just going to be holding him down, laying on top of him. He's going to be hunting for some subs, no matter what position it gets to. So Holland out here, he's able to grab TKOs off his back, so it definitely going to be a lot of fun, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go. I wonder if just Tapology, the order and everything. I'm kind of surprised that Molly. Okay, I figure because just them showing Molly McCann next, didn't think that would be on the main card, but the
next fight, according to the UFC as well, Molly McCann is the next fight.
Okay,
Molly's big in London.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And also, like, she was supposed to fight Estela Nunes, but there was visa issues, so she had to pull out. So this girl stepped in. And with her fighting Estela Nunes, she was definitely supposed to win.
I was gonna say it's like with her. I was gonna say like 0-4 her fighting her. It's like I don't like.
So, but that's why it was on the main card because
the big celebration.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but in steps in 11-1, just debuter. Yeah.
Fought on the Contender Series, won on the Contender Series by unanimous decision.
Has a 5-inch reach advantage.
Damn. She was supposed to on the Contender Series fight Fatima Klein before I think Fatima Klein got rebooked. Yeah, when she got signed to the UFC for that short notice debut. So they obviously look at Alexia as someone who's a good fighter.
One loss to Bruno Brazil back in 2019, guillotine choke in the third round.
So. This should be a fun fight.
Yeah, Molly, win or lose, usually puts on fun fights, so definitely expecting it to be good. Hopefully, just in London, just able to go out there, get a spectacular win, just home crowd and everything, get that celebration. That'd definitely be awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. You know, it's definitely going to be a great fight, though.
Yes.
155 pounds. Jordan Vucenic is back, taking on Chris Duncan. Jordan just very much impressed me with his fight against Guram Kutateladze.
Yes.
Didn't get the win in that one, but fucking fought his ass off. At points, I was just like, damn, he's about to give Guram another loss, and I was going to be really upset, but he was able to pull it out in that one. Have him as a minus 345 favorite on Tapology. I'm kind of surprised that he is over Chris Duncan. How you guys feeling about this fight heading into it?
Jordan is really good. Because we talk about like the loss that Paul Hughes had and then came back and won. I'm pretty sure that was against Vucenic.
Vucenic, yeah.
So he is good. And
he
is a finisher. He likes to finish fights. Most of his wins, he has 13 wins? Yeah. 8 of them are finishes. 2 KO, 2 KOs, 6 subs. He is looking for the finish every single time. And yeah, he is good. On the feet, on the ground. Fun fighter.
Yeah. It only losses in Chris Duncan's career. First round sub to Manuel Torres, second round knockout to Slava Claus. So no shaming that. Got solid wins over Charlie Campbell, Omar Morales, Yanales Moose. Yeah, it definitely the winner is gonna put the other one to sleep more than likely. This is gonna be an absolute banger, man.
Yeah.
I think
definitely a good fight.
At the moment, I'm leaning Vucenic by sub.
Yeah, I might. I don't know.
Because I feel like it's going to be a sequence where he gets hurt and then tries to finish it, isn't like getting the best shots off, but is able to open up Duncan to get a submission attempt off.
It's definitely very possible. Let's go. See how that one plays out. Definitely should be fun. Last fight on the main card, though, another solid scrap at 145 pounds. Nathaniel Wood is back, taking on Morgan Charrier. I'm really not sure how this one's exactly going to play out, honestly. Just another one, 2 really solid fighters, especially on the feet. It's Nathaniel Wood, formerly at bantamweight, came up. How many fights ago was this now?
The Charles Jourdain fight or the Charles Rosa fight?
Charles Rosa fight was featherweight. Casey Kenny would have been catchweight. Okay. Okay, so yeah, Casey Kenny, he had a catchweight at 140 pounds in that one. Lost the UD, and then after that moved up to featherweight. Is 4-1 since then, with his only loss being to Muhammad Naimov, who's a very strong fighter.
Most of the fighters at featherweight he's fought, though, are like very much like back and forth fighters. Charles Rosa, Jourdain, Felian,
Daniel Pineda. Yep. Morgan Charrier is really solid, man.
He is.
Okay, I see one issue though.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nathaniel Wood, 8-3 in the UFC. 5 of his wins are by decision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Morgan Charrier has won 5 decisions in his career. He's lost 9 of them. Only 2 of those were unanimous decisions. He's lost split decision, majority decision, split decision, majority decision, unanimous decision, unanimous decision, split decision. And then the others just say losses. So if Nathaniel can survive, Morgan might be one of those guys we didn't realize can't win a fucking, like, he just can't get it on the judges' scorecards, you know? He kind of needs that finish. Otherwise, it doesn't always go his way.
Very possible.
Right.
Because then even, like, in his decision wins, like, I guess he can get them because it's like, he has 2 decision wins there, a fucking a split draw. Like, bro is,
just all over the place.
It's never just, like, concisely his fucking fight, you know, when it goes to the judges' scorecards. So, Nathaniel Wood has been subbed twice. He's been knocked out twice. But if he can survive, he might just win that decision.
And I mean, 2 of the people we've mentioned today, Paul Hughes and Jordan Vucenic, those are his, outside of the UFC, those are his 2 most recent losses. And then his most recent loss being Chepe Mariscal. All these guys are really solid, good fighters.
So Soren Bach, majority decision loss, is a very solid fighter as well. Like, fucking Saladin Paranese. Like, he really has just like fought a lot of great fighters like outside of his UFC run for sure.
No, yeah, definitely.
I think this is gonna be a really interesting fight. This could potentially be one of those fights where it gets a fight of the night or a performance bonus as well. Depending on how it goes. There are a lot of big names on this card, but
I feel like this is gonna be way too technical of a fight for it to honestly get fight of the night. Honestly,
that's possible.
Because just like with you saying, just bringing up, like just all the split decision losses and stuff for Morgan Charrier, it's like this really could end up being a split decision win for Nathaniel Wood, where it's like we're just kind of like, damn, Morgan probably should have gotten that, but it was just a close fight because Nathaniel Wood is just very solid. He's able to mix it up, like, with the grappling and the striking. Morgan Charrier did very good, like, defending takedowns and like just everything in the grappling with Chepe, even though he ended up losing it. But I
thought he won that fight.
Yeah, but this probably is going to be a very close, good fight between the two of them, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully Morgan's able to go out there, just try and put like some extra oomph on everything, really able to get it done, definitely needs that. But yeah, just would be another good win on Nathaniel Wood's resume for sure if he's able to get it done over Charrier.
Oh yeah. Also,
hell yeah.
Also, from what I see, this is just for the Tapology thing. Tapology has the same order as UFC, so
okay, cool. Well, we'll see how all that ends up playing out, though. But that is the main card. Prelims, we do got some good fun fights on the prelims for sure. I don't know if you guys got any prelims that you want to go to first or anything. What are you hyped on for the prelim card?
I mean, let's start with the last fight on the prelims: Jai Herbert versus Chris Taco Padilla. Because this is going to be a fun fight. It really is.
And also, Ginger's third draft pick.
Also, my third draft pick. No bias, no bias. It's going to be an interesting fight because Padilla is coming in and he's going to have a reach disadvantage, height disadvantage. But Jai Herbert also, he's solid. It just sucks that he has fought who he has fought because he is 3-4-1 in the UFC.
Yeah,
but this is a very
like his losses: Faraziam, Ilia Topuria,
Moicano, Trinaldo.
Yeah, like Faraziam coming up at 155. Fucking Ilia Topuria, fucking champion at fucking 145. Moicano top contender, and Trinaldo was the top contender fucking 25 years ago.
And then a majority draw with Ludwig Klein.
Yeah,
this is why I think this is a really good fight for Padilla, because this really is going to show where he is at in this division, because it does show okay, he is someone who could be moving up into the contenders, into the top 15 with a win right now.
Right, because it's like Jai Herbert, he is 36, but it's not like he's 39, 40. You know what I mean? He's not too old.
Exactly.
Yeah, not at all.
Like you said, I definitely think it will be fun. Padilla has looked good in his two fights. He came in short notice against James Yontop, got the first round finish, and then, second round doctor stoppage over Rongju. So, we shall see.
Yeah. Kate, what about you? What other prelim fight are you hyped for?
Gurum's back.
I'm surprised. I didn't think you were gonna go to that one.
Where else am I gonna go, respectfully?
I thought you were gonna go like a Shauna Bannon, honestly.
I was gonna for the ha-has. Honestly, that's why I stopped and smirked for a second, and then I was like, nah, okay, I guess let's be real here. Bro, realistically, it's kind of crazy to me that Gurum is opening it up, but what a fun way to open it up, because it's like,
to be fair, was this
fight just be Jordan
last?
Vucenic and fucking Jordan's on the main card,
yeah, that's true.
Wasn't this fight booked last minute?
I feel like it was.
Because I don't remember being hyped up for this fight.
I know that it's been here for a little bit for sure, but
not normal amount of. It is shorter than. It's been here for less time than most fights are.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know. Fernandez is 1-1 in the UFC, and Guram is. it sucks that he's 2-2. Like, it's just one of those things where the record doesn't always show where you're at. He's such a good fighter. He's always fun, and I'm just excited. I hope he can get the win.
Yeah.
He was, from what I remember, he was winning that fight with Elves Brenner until Elves just lit him the fuck up in that third round.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got like a nasty cut on him, and like just rose. Like,
but split decision with the mirror, like
split decision win over Gamrot in his fucking debut, like just such a solid win, and then just the UD win over Jordan Vichenik, like another solid one. But
this is kind
super rough, man.
This is gonna be one of those fights, like for Fernandez. It's either like, all right, Gurm's gonna keep moving, moving up a little bit in the rank, in the division, or it really shows how good Fernandez is. It's like one of those two things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I really do hope that if, like, just, Guram trying to get a little bit more active in here now, like, if he's able to go out there, maybe get a finish, just get, like, a good win, if, like, UFC will actually get back to starting to try and push a little bit.
Sorry, this is actually off topic, but we're dumb. Because we've been saying that the whole time the only undefeated fighter is Loner Kavner. We got Mick Parkin, too.
Yeah.
I fucked up earlier, and then, it said that earlier.
Yeah.
But we also said that, like, the other day when we were talking about it. So, like,
But definitely excited to see Guram back for sure. But like you said though, Mick Parkin undefeated. He is back.
Yes.
He's gonna lose. It's the year of losing the O.
He's also like,
it hasn't been great.
It hasn't been great.
1-3 last week.
What
was it? Like 9.
Like with this fight, like it's Marcin Tybura is an extremely solid heavyweight. Has good grappling, has some fairly decent striking. Like, it's not like Mick Parkin is fighting someone who I'm like, oh, like if he was fighting Derek Lewis or Ty, it's like, no, Mick Parkin's not losing. He has too good of grappling to lose to those two. But Marcin, it gets closer.
Yeah, this is a tough test for him.
Yeah. I really feel like he's going to be able to go out there, stuff whatever takedowns that Tybura tries to go at him. He's going to put a good jab on him. He's just going to be able to land the shots on a solid unanimous decision is what I'm expecting out of Mick Parkin, honestly. It's like, it's undefeated, 2025. It's rough. It makes things scary, you know what I mean? But I feel like if anything, they're going to go 1-1. Mick's going to get it done, and then Loner Kavanaugh is going to be the one to shit the bed against Felipe Dos Santos.
So, Jimmy, because I know Mick Parkin is your boy, who would you say his best win is? Paul Pogue, Caio Machado, Muhammad Usman, or Lucas Bresky?
I would say his finish over Lucas Bresky was very impressive. Muhammad Usman, very solid win.
Ginger's disrespectful.
He is.
I am. Sometimes.
They ain't giving him no love. They're not giving him any, just better fights. They only get the fights that you can get.
Yeah.
People don't want to fight an undefeated fighter. That's not the most exciting, but he's a hard fight.
No, and I get that. That's why I'm actually.
I just do think that Tybura is a hard fight for him. This is potentially very rough.
It definitely could be. I do just think that Tybura is starting to get a bit older, just not as good at this point as he once was in his career.
No, yeah.
And I just
finished the last undefeated fighter they gave him Denise round 2 doctor stoppage.
On short notice too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but it's.
I'm just saying.
To be fair,
took
Denise.
Romanov though.
Damn, he did. He's the undefeated killer, man.
He has technically never lost to an undefeated fighter.
I was just going to say he's never lost to an undefeated fighter. He's taken multiple O's throughout his career. And it's the year of losing the
Is it just those two, though, that he's... okay, yeah, some other guy in fucking M1 Challenge.
Mm-hmm. A 9-0 is solid. It's not like it's 3-0. Nah.
It ain't happening. Mick's getting it done. Unanimous decision win. I believe in it. Let's fucking go. I don't care what you guys say.
Whatever.
Hey. Other than that, though, the prelims, what else do we got on here?
Howlin' Lauren and Nathan Fletcher.
Yep. That is definitely on this card.
Shauna Bannon and Pooja Tumar.
Yep, that's also on this card. CLD is back. Yeah. Basically, that covers it all.
Yeah, dog.
But let's go. Some solid stuff all around the card for sure for the UFC. Let's hope we get some good old fun on there.
This should be a fun card.
Yeah. I'm definitely expecting some good stuff, and definitely hoping and expecting that you go 0-3 on your draft. Let's go.
I'm 0-3 now.
Ain't happening. But let's move it on over to some good old one championship fights. 172 from the Saitama Super Arena in Saitama, Japan. Legendary place, legendary venue for them to hold such a goddamn legendary card. We got 3 MMA bouts. We got 3 Muay Thai bouts, 8 kickboxing bouts. Quite possibly the worst ratio of fucking combat sports fights for them to put on. I absolutely hate when they do kickboxing over Muay Thai. It's just worse Muay Thai. Bigger gloves, less weapons. I hate it.
That's and at 3 a.m.
Hating it is so dramatic, but I understand not liking it over the Muay Thai.
Yes.
Because it's like every time his topology doesn't separate them with the colors of how they do now of Muay Thai and kickboxing, you know? So it's like, I'll just see it, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, not sure. And then I see the gloves, and I'm always just like, sad. Like, okay, I guess we're just gonna have less fun this time, you know? Just like we could have had smaller gloves and the ref just intervenes less times, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But at least we got a fucking stacked out card for this one, honestly. 5 title fights for us. Headlined by Takeru and Rodtang. Not even a title on the line for this one, but it deserves to be the main event because this shit is gonna be absolutely incredible.
Because how could this not be the main event?
Yeah, Rodtang's the man. Of course, Rodtang, you know, he's gonna be headlining 99% of the time when he's fighting. You know?
Yeah, and then on top of it, it's like him versus Takeru is just a huge fucking fight. Takeru made his one championship debut fighting for the belt against Superlek, put on a great fight against him, got his leg smashed into bits.
Bro, that picture is still so crazy.
Yeah, like one of the worst legs I've seen after a fight. And then, went out there and beat the shit out of Tanzan in the first round. It was real good. And now we're getting just this huge fight between him and Rodtang. How could it not be the main event?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's like, he did have a real good fight with Superlek. And that was good for him to get the first round finish in his last one against Zin, like you said. He did get dropped in that one before he ended up getting the finish. You know, did get touched that little bit as he was just retreating backwards. Just straight back, gets caught with a shot. I just feel like the pressure and just the output of Rodtang, the big power shots, the toughness, durability. I feel like he's going to be with it the entire time. Whatever Takeru can land, he's going to be eating it or moving it whenever he decides to actually style and fucking like weave, because he can fucking move his head and not just be the Iron Man when he, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't have to fight that way.
I know,
but he just decides to sometimes, and it's just fucking incredible. And man. But I feel like this is going to be Rodtang's fight all day. I don't know if he's going to be able to go out there and get the finish on Takeru. Because I feel like he is going to give him a lot of respect in the shots that he is throwing back at him, because it's just at the end of the day, you kind of have to, you know, because you just start being reckless, then that's when you just go out. But this should be Rodtang's fight, man.
Yeah, I agree. But like you said, banger either way. Very excited. I am expecting Rodtang to win, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Is then I don't know what the if there's much of us same height, no reach for Takeru, 65-inch reach for Rodtang. But I didn't think that there was
much
of a difference or anything.
The reach would probably be very similar, maybe a little different, because Rodtang does have a shorter reach than you would expect from someone who's 5'6", but
flyweight bout. Don't understand why there's no title on it or anything. Kind of the only thing I could really think of is I wonder if Rodtang was like, I don't want to have to worry about championship weight while it's Ramadan, which that is definitely something of like just fucking props to him of taking this giant ass fight right in the fucking mid Ramadan and everything. Like that's crazy, man. Like all the respect for sure. Pretty sure I saw that like Nabil was also training like at like midnight and stuff, like just late at night so he can get prepared. Like the fighters doing that, just so much respect for them to just figuring out a way to get it done.
Hell yeah, that shit is hard.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
Absolutely crazy. But let's go. Co-main event. Tai Wan Chai, he is back defending his featherweight championship Don't really know too much about his opponent. He has had a couple fights inside of one championship, 1 and 2. He lost his first 2, got a second round finish in his last one, so giving him a title shot off of it, which is one of those things of motherfucking Taiwan Chai's defending the title. That's all that anyone really cares about, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. 5'9", 73-inch reach to 5'11", 70 inch.
Yeah. 25 years old for Taiwan Chai, man. He is just so goddamn good. It hasn't lost a fight since he fought Chai, which was a split decision, one championship 3 or almost 4 years ago at this point. It's like, yeah, just so good, extremely decorated fighter. Probably goes out there and just gets a big finish, because I know it's like, especially with the last one against Super Bond, just like wanting to get the finish because of just like, there's just been so much talk of him, I guess, just not like kind of living up to the hype and everything and just having boring performances. So like,
because in the beginning of his career in one championship, he was getting more finishes, but then it's one of those things where I'm sure he's trying to fight a bit smarter or whatever, just getting a little older and smarter and better and more developed. But then it was like a close fight with Super Bond the first time, even though it was a UD. And then the majority decision with Joe, where people were like, no, Smoking Joe should have won that. So him just coming out there like, nah, I got to finish this week. People need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Also, just like the idea of, getting older, all that, still not 26 yet.
But when you're fighting from when you're a teenager, when I mean getting older, I mean developing as an adult and like being smarter.
I get it. It's just funny to say that about someone when they're 25. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Listen, these aren't MMA guys, all right? They're not just absolute imbeciles that just don't learn until maybe they're 40 or 50. You know what I mean?
And not even that he didn't learn, but just, the small adjustments that you make as you train.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah, also as you keep fighting, you're gonna keep fighting people usually who are better and better. So it gets harder and harder to finish a lot of these guys because they're fighting smarter and all that stuff. So it is like one of those things where sometimes, you're not gonna get as many finishes because you're fighting the best of the best.
Yeah, Super Bond, another fucking legend in the sport and extremely decorated. Oh, wow, you didn't finish him. Fucking Smoking Joe got a majority decision. Oh, wow, a guy that you've already been in there with for a full fucking, I'm pretty sure that was that a title fight the first time?
I saw unanimous decision, but I don't see a title right next to it.
Okay, but even still, like, still going full 3 rounds, full 9 minutes with him. Like, oh wow, like you had a close fight with him the second time around when the title's on the line, and he's fighting everything he can to try and get that. Like it. One of those things. But yeah, just glad to see Taiwan Chai back. Glad to see him turning around quickly too, and just get out there, try and get these title defenses going. That's definitely just good for him.
Oh yeah.
This next one though. I'm fucking. I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah,
because we got Super Leg versus Nabil Anan. Super Leg, just again another fighter, 29 years old, just an absolute monster. Another one who hasn't lost in over 4 years at this point on such a long run, just fucking destroying people. And
it's actually Nabil's last loss 2 years ago was to Super Leg.
Yeah.
Right hand to the body, finished him.
Yep.
On a great run since then.
Yep. And
6-fight win streak. Oh yeah, and I forgot that he got the interim title because he fucking filled in against Nico.
Yep. That was like all the fucking respect and props to Nabil on that one.
Yeah.
Ripping and shredding through Nico like that. I was not expecting. I really thought Nico was just gonna be a really high level guy, just a lot more physical in there because he's a normal size for his division. You know what I mean in terms of height, not like so not I really
6'4" with an 80-inch reach at 145.
Yeah, so I just really thought that he was just kind of gonna in this similar way to Super Like of just being able to blast through him, get him out of there, and it just did not happen like that. So I don't know. I feel like Super Lex still just going to be able to get it done. I don't know if he's going to get it done as easily, but it's
interesting for sure.
Yeah,
because it's like Nabil is young. He's only 20 years old, so it's like talking about he lost to Super like only 2 years ago. He was 18.
He was 18.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was his first fight in one championship.
Yep.
It's like that is a rough fight.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, he was an 18-year-old kid fighting a 27-year-old man. Like, come on. Like, you can't blame him for that. The fact that he's like now been on this crazy run. He is 6'4" with an 80-inch reach. Damn it! This is insane that he's even fighting at this weight class.
No, yeah.
And it's like he's gotten solid wins too over Kulub Dam, Felipe Lobo, Solo Lin, and then over Nico Carrillo. It's like, but it just like you said, I feel like Superlek should still win because it's
just so good. Like it really is.
Like
this is a rough fight.
Because but if it's like he's just got to land those big shots on the outside, try and use like a good teep kick or something to just like, keep him there. And then just be fully ready that as soon as Superlek gets on the inside to grab the fucking clinch and just start ripping elbows, ripping knees. Like he's just got to have those attacks from every distance to keep Superlek guessing and just uncomfortable no matter where the fight goes. But yeah, it's so intriguing to see how that one plays out. Man, so happy. Just we're finally motherfucking here for this card. It's so goddamn good.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that is Tapology doesn't have it, but I forget what weight class because 140. So bantamweight title on the line for this one. For Superlek and Nabil and Muay Thai going on down. One vacant bantamweight or flyweight title on the line. Adriano, it's goddamn Tapology.
I know.
Always be fucking me up. But Adriano Moraes taking on Yuya Wakamatsu. To me, this just kind of feels like it's like DJ left. Adriano Moraes was the guy before DJ got here. And now that he's gone, he's just ready to reclaim that throne. And I feel like that's just what's going to happen.
Yeah. And this is a rematch. Adriano choked him out the first time. Just going to knock him out this time?
Maybe.
Or is he going to choke him out a second time?
He might choke him out a second time.
It's very possible.
It just all depends. Because, I mean, it was a guillotine that he choked him out with last time. So, I mean, if he runs in, like, for a takedown, like, it's just like, well, if you're going to give it to me again, Yeah.
4 knockouts on his career, 11 subs, 6 decisions. Wouldn't be surprised if he grabs another sub. But, yeah, man, Adriano Moraes is just such a good fighter. He is easily the man of this division without DJ around. So, hopefully he goes out there, gets it done in spectacular fashion, grabs me a point for my draft, which would be very nice. No bias in this at all.
I mean, to be fair, Adriano Moraes is just extremely good. He should win this fight.
Yeah. I mean, he is 35 years old. He does have, like 26 fights on his career. So just, starting to get up there. Yuya Wakamatsu, only 30. So it's just one of those things you never know on a 3-fight winning streak. So just definitely has been putting it together.
And I get that. Yeah. But remember,
Adrian also got this.
One championship has hydration tests, not drug tests.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Let's go. 2 more championship fights, though. John DeBella taking on Sam A for the 1 interim strawweight championship. And this should be a good one. Fucking Sam A has been on a nice little run for him. 41 years old. It's just crazy. It just how old he is in the game and still out here getting good wins for him. 2-fight win streak since losing to Prajan Chai and giving him the interim title shot. Definitely like that for him. But I don't know. Against John DeBella, 26 years old. His
one loss also to Prajan Chai.
I know. I just feel like that John DeBella should be able to go out there and probably get it done against just the 15 years older Sam A. But I mean, we'll see. Just one of those things. Just might be a tough veteran in the game for him to be able to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, John, 3 inches taller, but they have the same reach.
Yeah.
So, it'd be interesting with how that goes.
Work them punches to the body. But let's go. Definitely the least excited title fight, I'd say, for me, honestly, out of all this. But it's like...
Yeah, because I'm very excited for this next one. I'm so happy.
Take it away.
Fajicha, the queen, is back. She is defending her kickboxing title. She is 23 years old. Her overall record, I'm pretty sure, is 212-6.
Something like that, man. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
It's over 210 wins and under 10 losses. That's all I fucking know.
I know it's like 6 losses. Like, yeah, man.
And she's also just fun. She's vicious. She goes out there and gets the finishes. And if she doesn't, she still just puts on a good fight. Like, she is a very solid fighter. She is the champ for a reason. I was so happy when she got the belt. And I really think that she's just going to go out there and win.
Yeah. Because she was just blasting these girls out the doors on her way up, trying to get the title opportunity. And because I think, was it the interim? Yeah, it was the interim shot with Nisa Mexen, and it just very easily won that over the 5 rounds, and then just same with Janet Todd to like unify it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like obviously just getting the better competition, just fighting way smarter, not having as exciting performances, and just getting that dominant finish.
But they were still good.
Yeah,
and it's also she went over to kickboxing because that's where her title shot was at, because she was fighting in Muay Thai. But either way, it's like.
I'm saying, man, kickboxing. Now there's no finishes out here. She's destroying the girls in the small gloves, give her big gloves, and now it's boring.
Yeah.
It's not that boring. I just gotta have
By the
fun.
way,
but
just looked up 208 wins, 6 losses, 3 draws.
Yeah,
fucking insane. Also, 4-0 in boxing, because why not?
Yeah, because why not? It is fucking
okay. So I'm pretty sure that was added into her overall wins,
maybe,
and that's where I got the 212 from. So it's like, I'm pretty sure it's over 210 wins, but either way. Yeah.
I mean, either way, fighting. That combined combat sports record is fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. But yeah, the girl she's fighting, she has Tapology shows like a couple of losses for her. None of them by finish, all of them by decision. Lost to Nisa Mexen, lost to Josephine Nuts in majority decision K1 World Grand Prix. So that's interesting.
Khadijah's running over her.
Probably, man. That's like that. I feel like that's just the kind of setup here. You know what I mean? That's the thing. But it's Vegeta, like you said, the queen, always exciting. So hopefully she can just go out there, put the hands on her, get a knockout. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, no. Overall record 23 wins, 5 losses for her.
So yeah, not too bad, but let's go Vegeta. Always gonna be rooting for her. And other than that, there's just a lot of solid fights on the card as well. Murat Gregorian is back. Shinya Aoki taking on Edward Foliang. Should be some good fun. John Lineker took a loss in Muay Thai, so now he's heading over to kickboxing to have some fun. Why not? You know what I mean?
Why not?
Yep.
Look, left hook, overhand. Left hook, overhand.
But of course, the one that has to get brought up, the real big hyped one for the prelims.
Yes.
Our boy, Kate's draft pick,
Adrian Lee.
Let's go. Take it away, Holmes. What you got to say about this one?
I'm just very excited to see him come back. He is only 2-0 in his career, obviously. He just turned 19 years old. He has very solid wrestling. The second the round starts, it's like he shoots out of a cannon. He puts on crazy pressure. His striking looks good. Goes right for the takedown. His takedowns are real fluid, real dominant. He has great top control and then just gets the finish. Like, it's great to watch, It's obviously like, he just started. So it's like the guy he fought 1-0, 2-0. So now he's fighting someone that's 5-0, which is like a little higher up, but I'm honestly not worried about it. I really think that he's just going to go out there and probably put on another performance like he has been.
The guy he's fighting, he's 5-0, 4 of those by decision, 1 of those by armbar in his pro debut. The people he's fought 1-0, 7-7, 0-0, 10-4-1, and 5-2-1. So like, he's fought some people with some good experience. I really do think this is a really good fight for AJ, because it is going to show like, hey, he can't fight someone who has more experience than him. He's going to have, and this dude is obviously winning like his fights. He's going 15. He's not
all of his fights were 2 5-minute rounds, so they were all 10-minute rounds.
Okay,
yeah,
interesting.
Okay, so
sure. But still, either way,
that is still like, it is. This guy is going 10 minutes at minimum, no matter what. So it's like, it is going to show like what is Adrian going to look like in there, because he has finished both of his guys. Yeah, because he has
early in the second and then the first.
So I think that's a good test for him, because someone who hasn't been fit, and if he finishes him, he finishes someone who's undefeated and someone who's been going 2 full rounds with everyone he's fought except for his pro debut.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. It just such a good prospect. Just looks so good in there, and just super excited to see how he's able to perform in this one.
Hell yeah! And give me a point on the draft.
Yeah, let's go. But that is all of these fights to talk about for one championship. Hopefully just get a lot of good action. Super excited for it. Not too much going on in this week of combat sports in terms of news, fight announcements, anything like that.
Yeah.
UFC 313's pay-per-view was a disaster with ESPN, and UFC's really not happy about that. So they've been talking that they're trying to do everything they can to get to Netflix, which makes sense, So
yeah,
we'll see how all of that plays out. But
right, because the one fight announcement was Reiner de Ritter and Bo Nickel.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy Stevens coming back.
Going back. GFL's a money laundering scheme.
I was going to say, throwing more questions at GFL, what they have going on, like what their actual plans are, because not all of these people, it's only 2 now, but just being like, I'm not a part of that.
No, there's a third one. There's a third one who's not in their thing anymore. So it's just like, yeah, no, what the hell is going on with GFL? Like, is this like actually going to happen? Because so many of these, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. The next thing you know is all of a sudden Patricki's going to be, they're going to be announcing Patricki's fucking debut in the UFC, and it's going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I got no idea, man. But yeah, we'll see how all of this stuff plays out. But hopefully the fights, we just get a lot of good ones. So let's go.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
But other than that, that is the end of this episode of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Press all of them motherfucking buttons if you did. And we will catch you on the review, hopefully. To Leon Edwards knockout.
John Brady sub.
Let's go. Peace out, everyone.